Okay, so the recording has started. Please, well, they won't hear you swear, they might hear me swear. As I said, trying to work through the 34 exercises. He was a bit brutal. Listen to your bodies. If anything hurts, stop. We will start with the 100, which, if you can't remember, is the one where you curl forward, lifting your arms, reaching them towards your toes. If you want more challenge, bring your legs into tabletop and then extend them away. And we beat the arms from the armpit and breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, out, in, out, in, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, nearly there, last one, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Well done. So stretching away, you go straight into the roll up. So getting ready, arms to the ceiling, nodding the chin, tummy butt drawing into the body, drawing yourself up off the floor, which we've done many times, bending over, sitting tall, and then rolling back to the floor and continue. If you don't want to roll up, just come to sitting and focus on rolling backwards, keeping the shoulders nice and wide. That's it, reaching forward. Hello, Lucy, join in when you're ready. If anything hurts, stop, regroup, you know what you're doing. We're just doing the roll up. So if you want to focus on rolling backwards, that's perfectly fine, and just come onto your side to come back to sitting. That's it. So keep your shoulders nice and wide. You can point your feet as you roll backwards, really drawing the tummy button through the body, trying to find the mat behind you. Arms overhead, then roll over onto your side if you are to come up, or hands to the ceiling, nodding the chin, flex the feet. Imagine someone sitting on your feet. That might help. And then reaching forward, using your breath. Well done, Hilary. Yes. Really draw tummy into the body. That's it, Caroline. Lovely. Lovely, Maud. Good. Yes, Lucy. That's it, Ali. Brilliant. Good. Relax the shoulders, Hilary. Keep the legs together. Keep them on the floor. So really imagine someone sitting on them. Wonderful. Breathing out to curl up. Really help make some space. That's it. Good. Really send tummy button through the body. Find the lower back onto the mat, middle, then upper. Good. Well done, Lucy. I hope your back's feeling all right. If it's not, just literally focus on rolling backwards. Brilliant. That's it. I've lost track, so just do 2 more. Wouldn't be a class without me saying that multiple times. Keeping the shoulders wide and open and relaxed away from the ears. Yes, thank you. Good. Yes. Good. Finish the one you're on or about to start lying down. So really use the abdominals, drawing back into the body, lying down. And then you can put your arms by your side and just take a moment to breathe and relax. So you went from roll up to roll over, which is pretty brutal, I think. So this is the one where you bring your legs into tabletop, extend them away. We're going to take the arms overhead. So you press, hands into the floor, just coming onto your shoulder blades, lowering the legs towards the floor, open them, flex the feet, tummy butt drawing into the body, pressing into the ground to help you guide your body and legs back to the mat. Close the legs up, point the feet, shoulders relaxed as possible, but you can help pressing your arms into the mat to take your legs over. Dip them a little bit, make sure you're not going onto your neck. Separate the legs, flex the feet, and then draw down through the spine, piece by piece. So if it's not working for you tonight and you don't want to take your legs overhead, just practice trying to lift the pelvis by drawing the tummy in towards the body and in the ribs, pressing into the ground. And have a moment in between because it's quite hefty. And let me watch what's going on. That's it, Maud. Good. Keeping the head down, keeping the shoulders down. That's it. Lovely, Lucy. Lovely, Caroline. Good. That's it. Try and slow it down a little bit, Hilary. But that's perfect what you're doing. Yeah. Wonderful, everyone. I was going to say, if your legs are overhead, you can always help with one hand and guide yourself down as well. Do one more of these. Anyone doing the preparation, we're going to do the same thing again, but different way. Just turn it into toe taps to give yourself a break, because you're still working on the abs. But if we're doing the rollover after a little bit of a break, he changed it. So you take your legs wide to start with. So his next version was both ways. Again, dropping the feet towards the floor, closing the legs, pointing the feet, and rolling the body back down to the mat. Sending the legs away from you, opening the legs, flexing the feet, lifting to the ceiling, up overhead, tapping downish, closing them, and again, breathing out, sucking in the tummy to the body to take your legs away. So exactly the same thing, but reversing the legs, basically. That's it. Again, Hilary, think slow. Think squeezing the bum to lower the whole leg, bent, and just controlling it through your breath. That's it, Maud. Good. Fabulous. Lovely control. Yes. Good. Those doing the full rollover, do one more set. And then I might let you take a top off. You'd probably be warm by now. That's it. Good. And then when you've done your last one, feel very smug and just hug your knees in. Have a little moment to breathe because you deserve it. And the next one will be a bit of a light relief. It's our single leg circles. So again, two choices as always. Just have the legs bent if you want to. You're stirring paint in the hip joint. Otherwise, long legs. Point to the ceiling with the toe. Keep both legs straight and circle around with a nice whoosh, finding the starting point on the ceiling. Keep your eyes on your toes. And we do 8 circles in each direction on each leg. So we're trying to allow the leg to be heavy in the hip joint. You're trying to keep your pelvis as still as possible and just working the leg through the hip, keeping the shoulders wide and relaxed. Using your whole breath. And keeping your eyes towards your feet to make sure you've got a nice long neck. That's it. So as always with this exercise, people work at different rates because of their breathing patterns. So if you do finish 8 on both legs, just sneak in another rest. That's it, Lucy, lovely. Good, keeping that everyone's knees as straight as possible if they're long. And I also should have said, if we do finish the 34 or as many as possible within the hour, then I'm not going to make you work any harder because it's a brutal class. And you'll have done an equivalent of one of my normal classes, definitely. Wonderful. So just breathe, hug your knees in if you need to. Good. And then come to the front of your mats. We're back on to a bit of balance and rolling. So we're going to have our feet lifted, keeping everything in a nice curve, lower back curved, lumbar spine curved, holding the outside of your ankles. If you don't want to roll back, just find your balance point and try and rock forward and back. Those of you who know what you're doing, go straight into rolling like a ball. So you try to go just onto your shoulders, keeping your head nodded towards your knees, no kicking out with the feet. That's it, lovely Maud, good. Good, Caroline and Lucy, yes, Hilary, well done. That's it, Ali, nice balance. Everything's working through the abdominals for this, so the more you draw into the body, keeping the curve, the harder you're working and the more control you'll get. Hilary, just keep your head nodded forward. Try and sort of sink into your chest a little bit. That's it, good. Yes, lovely, Caroline, good. That's it, Maud. Hard to control those long legs. I'm lucky because I've got short, stubby ones. Couple more. Wonderful, well done. One more, and then I'll let you stop that. Good. Wonderful, then lie back. Because that's sort of a little bit of light relief. You can't help but laugh with doing things like that. So then you get serious again, legs into tabletop, keeping your imprint of the spine into the mat. Nod the chin, curl forward, and we do our single leg stretch. So extending one leg and then changing. So you're trying to keep the knee at 90 degrees, chest towards the knee, and outside arm to ankle, inside hand to knee. And change. Again, using your breath. Keep going. See how many you can do and then have a little rest and do another set. Try and do 10 on each leg, have a rest, regroup and start again. Maud, can you come a little bit higher with your upper body? Work a little bit more, that's it, good. Lucy, that's lovely. So just do a few more. Yes, good, Ali. That's it, Hilary. I think drawing through the tummy button into the mat behind, keeping the body stable, extending and bending the leg. And 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Then roll back, hug your knees in. Definitely have a rock from side to side. Allow the shoulder blades to sink into the mat. Relax for 2 or 3 seconds more. And then we move on, I think, to double leg stretch. So again, hold the shins, nod the chin, send the shins away to bring you into our curl up position. And this is where we extend the arms to the head and the legs away, and then curl forward even higher and back and in. So breathe in to extend arm and legs, breathe out, draw tummy button to the mat. In. That's it. So you should be really feeling this through those lower abdominals. Staying curled up all times, just stretching the arms and legs away and curling a little bit in towards the legs as the knees bend. That's it. Keep breathing, keep smiling. We've brought a large dose of humor for tonight. Good. That's it. Lovely. Yes, Caroline. And 3 more. You're doing grand work. Final one. And then hug your knees in. Relax. Oh, I tell you, I had fun. I nearly killed myself practicing these. Then come to sitting. His next one was the spine stretch forward. So find your sit bones, legs long if you can, find the backs of the knees towards the mat, feet just nice and loose. If it's too much on your hip flexors, bend the knees up a little bit. Arms straight out, parallel with the legs. Imagine someone's got your waist, they're pulling it backwards. You're reaching your shoulders and arms forward, which stay on the same level, and reaching your head through the upper arm. And then sitting nice and tall. So it's my human hairpin analogy. Being pulled backwards through the waist and reaching forwards through the shoulders and the arms. So it's not a hinge at the hip. It's very much getting flexion through the lower back. That's it. So think of your lumbar spine, almost as if your tailbone is reaching towards your heels a bit as well, to get a bit more curve if you're feeling there's not much happening down below. That's it. And everyone just allow the shoulders to be wide and a little bit more relaxed. Because even though you're stretching forward, it's still all about the abs and getting flexibility through the spine, using your arms and legs as a little bit of an anchor and a challenge. This one is really difficult to get right, I do know. It's looking great, good. So breathing out, reaching forwards for the toes. Make space as the diaphragm lifts. Then breathing in, use the breath. Expanding those ribs to give you some strength as you sit tall. Heart to the ceiling. And 2 more. Final one. Good. So I guess it almost makes sense if you think about his reaching forward in the human hairpin position. for doing his next one, making sure you've got space, the open leg rocker. So, God, I hate this. Exactly the same as rolling like a ball, except with long legs. Or if you can't, because like me, I can't, you can bend at the knees. It's easier if you've got flappy trousers on. So you want to hold towards the ankle, come up to that balance point and lift the heart. Yay. When you watch your video back, you see I've done it once. There, twice, that's it. Lucy, fantastic. Yes, Ali, good. Try not to do too much violent rolling backwards. You've got to keep your head forward. Don't want to smash any backs of the heads on floors. That's it, Caroline. Lovely. Good. Yes. That's it, Maud. Well done, Hilary. Good. Wonderful. Just do a couple more if you can. That is absolutely brilliant. Fabulous. Oh, yes, Lucy, well done. Oh, everyone relax. Because we move on to the corkscrew, which I don't know that I've done with you, so I'll demonstrate it if I can. It's very much like the one we did the other week where we're rolling down on one side of the body, but it's like with rollover legs. So again, you're pressing into the ground, take the legs over to one side, take them up overhead so you go onto your shoulder, roll down, keeping the body down, swing the legs around to the other side and coming up. And controlling it as you come down again. So the challenge is keeping the legs together as we roll up and down. If you don't want to try that, quite understandable, just go into your hip rolls. Using the abdominals to control the legs and the knees. Keeping the shoulders wide. That's it. Lovely, more good. Well done, Lucy. Lovely. Fabulous control, Caroline. Brilliant. Sweeping around, keeping those legs glued together and drawing the abs in to bring it up and over. That's it. Lovely. So you can see why controlling it with the breath and making the movements slow is so challenging, but also so much safer, because if you're snatching this, you can pull all sorts of muscles. So it's really important to just work at the levels that you're comfortable and able to control. Brilliant. One more. And then when you've finished, again, hug your knees into the chest, have a rock from side to side and breathe. Well done. So actually, when you've been thinking I've been rather brutal, perhaps I wasn't being. Standard oblique curl ups are not so bad now, eh? Right, sorry. Legs nice and wide, and again, find your sit bones. If you want to sit up on something or bend the legs if it's too uncomfortable, fine. Arms to each side, outside of your legs. And then breathing in to rotate. Breathing out, spine stretch forward to reach for the little toe. Breathing in to restack, and breathing out to center. Shoulders wide, heart is lifting to the ceiling. Keeping both bum cheeks down on the mat as you stretch forward. And if you want a hand behind on the mat to help with that stretch forward, feel free to use it. Whatever you want to do. But it's really important that you keep both sides and both legs placed. So if one side is lifting as you reach forward, Just make that little stretch forward smaller so you can keep both bum cheeks down. Good. And again, relax the shoulders. There's a lot of tension creeping in. Understandable. That's it. Good. Using your breath, finding the rhythm and breath of the exercise. It's almost like music, this one. Good. One more to each side. I'm not getting many smiles. I've got a lot of grimaces. Lovely. And when you finish, give everything a little bit of a shake. And we have a bit of light relief. We move over onto our fronts for the swan dive. So legs are separated. I'll give you the choice. If you don't want to do the swan dive, do a cobra where you've got your feet turned out. You're on your big toe joints. Think lifting the heart forward and coming up into the cobra. If you want to do the swan dive, let's start similarly. Just doing a couple of lifts at the front of our bodies. Squeeze the bum 100%. Bend the elbows to lift the legs and really stretch them away from you. So we're rocking up and down, straightening the arms, the legs come down, bending the elbows, the legs lift. So you're really 100% bum squeezing for these. But just focus on doing the cobra if you want, or if you want to just lie down and do some bum squeezes or legs lifts, do that. Just a couple more of these. And then we'll try the swan dive. The full exercise is very similar. So you start with the long arms, body upright, and you reach your arms away without smashing your nose on the floor. And you rock forward and back. So again, focuses on the bum squeezing. Just do a couple if you want to have a try. Lovely. Good, Maud. Good. That's it, Lucy. Yes, Caroline. Keep the legs nice and long. That's it, Hilary. Keep the shoulders down away from the ears. Lovely, Ali. One more, because this is brutal. That is my word of the night, as you've probably gathered. Then sit back into a child pose. Press your hands forward. Get a nice stretch through the lower back in case any tension has crept in. And breathe for a moment. Wonderful. Then coming back down onto your fronts, we've got our little hamstring series, starting off with the single leg kick. So if you're happy to, come onto your forearms, make a little fist. We're drawing up through the abs, chest, reaching forward. Straighten the legs, then bend one leg and do 2 kicks. Lace it down, change side. 2 kicks down. Kick, kick. So you can point and flex, or just point or flex. Focus, shoulders wide and down. The more you do of these, the more the hamstrings will start to kick in. Thinking about drawing the chest away from the mat. Don't sink into your shoulders. I don't want to see any shoulders up to the ears. Think drawing them down your back. Abs in. And again, use your breath. Out, out, down to breathe in. Out, out, in. That's it. So it's the coordination aspect of Pilates as much as anything else here. Good. Couple more. That's it. And then again, let's sit back into that child pose. Reaching forward with the arms. Pressing our bottoms back into our heels. Before coming back down onto the mat again on your fronts for the final one in this position, our double leg kick. So we have, this is the one where you have your head to one side, arms crossed behind your back, legs glued together. You want to allow the shoulders to fall forward a bit. Extend the legs so they hover a little bit off the mat. And then it's kick, kick, kick. 3 kicks. Look at the mat, straighten your arms if you can. Then bend them again, turn your head the other way for 3 kicks. Hover like the arrow. And then kick, 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 looking away the other side. So again, more coordination, more bum squeezing. And again, hovering the legs off the mat, keeping them glued together as you do those curls. So thighs together, knees together, ankles together. That's it. And then it's a long, low hover, chest leading, crown of the head reaching away, stretching the arms. So full body workout. Good. Really good coordination. Oh, well done. Lovely. That's it, Ali. Gorgeous. One more set, looking each way. Yeah, fabulous. Then sit back again into a child pose. Release the back. Tell you what, it's a special treat. Why not walk your hands over to one side? Stretching out a little bit. Breathing. Walk them over to the other side. Now, all I can say is regroup your abdominal muscles because we have the neck pull. I'll give you a chance to duck out of this if you wish. You can do a half roll back with hands just above your ears to the outside of your head, and you hinge, send your tailbone away, just hold it there, and then come to sitting. If you want to do the full one, we're rolling, we lie backwards. It's exactly the same as the roll back, except hands behind your head. And if you get up, I will be mightily impressed. Tummy button spine, flex the feet. Jeez. You can allow your elbows to pull you forward and then rolling back again. So obviously I give you this, Caroline, many times to modify, to make it harder with hands on your forehead, but the full one is hands behind your head. Oh my God, everybody's doing it. Why is it just me who can't? Yes, good. That's it. Yes, board. Wonderful. Yeah, well done. Oh my gosh. This is your present to me, I tell you. Wonderful. Good. Really use those abs. Try not to pull on the neck too much, even though that's what it's called. Use those abdominals to draw in and sit you up. Go for it, Ali, come on. Doing brilliantly, hinging back. Take it to a point you have to really control, and then tummy button in to come sitting up. If you can, everybody do 2 more, just because I think it's fantastic. Yeah. Good, Ali. And then finish your last one lying down. And again, just take a moment to breathe. Because this is where he takes us onto our shoulders to do legs in the air, so inversions in yoga speak. If you don't want to, we're doing scissors and then bicycle. So scissors, you can have legs bent or straight, just in curl up. Bit like single leg stretch, ideally with straight legs. If you want to try the full scissors, then as before, pressing up just onto your sort of bra strap level, hand under each side of your bottom, and you're angling your body away. Then legs straight up, point the toes, and 2 scissors and a little pulse in the middle. Breathing out, breathing out. Stop. 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 So again, you're trying to control movement of the legs. Still using your abdominals. That's it, gorgeous. Wonderful. Yeah. Lovely. 2 pulses in that split, Caroline. Extend, extend, back to the center. Extend, extend, back to the center. Yes, lovely, Lucy. One more set. And then gradually guide yourself back down to the mat. And I'll give an alternative for the bicycle. So if you don't want to be up on your shoulders, I think the easiest way to do this is come onto your forearms, think heart lifting to the ceiling, legs up, and then simply bicycle, bicycle, bicycle. And we then reverse the direction with flexed feet. If you want to go back on your shoulders, hand under your bum, legs nice and tall, and then bend. And you're trying to, I find this so hard to counterbalance the leg bending forward. That's it, lovely. Whatever version you're doing, make sure that tummy button is drawing through the body. And then reverse the direction. So flex the feet, press one heel away. And just, I would say, keep breathing. And again, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you're on your shoulders, gradually guide yourself down. Oh, wonderful. So we move on to the bridge, or the shoulder bridge as he called it, but it's the basic bridge. So again, shoulders wide, narrowing in at the hips, squeezing the bum, lifting up towards knees over toes. So if you want to just stick with the basic one, do the full Pilates one, as we know, is extend the leg to the ceiling, do what we've done, 3 lift and lowers just to knee height of the standing leg. Bringing his foot back to the ceiling, placing the bum down, foot comes down, ready to lift and unpeel and do the other side. So lift and lower, 2, 1, hips down, foot down, ready to lift, squeeze the bum and extend the leg again. So this probably feels nice and familiar and simple. That's it, really good. So all the time, squeezing the bum 100% to keep the body lifted and long. Trying to keep the pelvis level as you lift and lower the long leg. That's it, Ali, good. Good, Maud. Keep it slow. And everyone, make sure your chins are slightly nodded and they're not migrating up to the ceiling. Look towards the working foot to keep your neck nice and safe. And I can see that nobody's got anything behind their heads, which is fine. Good. Keep breathing. Doing marvelous work. I'd like 2 more sets. So the more we do, the harder it feels, the more tired we get, the more we have to work, and the stronger we become. That's very good. Really focus everyone on keeping the pelvis as still as possible as you start to tire. And then when you think you've done all you're going to do, feel free to lie back, hug your knees in and have a moment's breath. Good. Well done. So he decided to follow that with the spine twist. So coming back to sitting, this time legs glued together. You want to think inner thighs and backs of knees towards the mat. But again, if you find that really uncomfortable, just bend the knees or sit up on something. Arms out to the side, straight, and they're just slightly proud of your shoulders. Think heart to the ceiling and breathe in to rotate the ribs and just take notice of where your feet are. If something's shifted, you'd want to keep that rotation a bit smaller. Breathing out to center. Breathe in to rotate, keeping the feet and legs glued. Breathing out to center, spiraling up to the ceiling each time. So crown of the head is reaching upwards. And you can imagine that I've got a rod up your back and across your shoulders so you don't move as you rotate. Think nose in cleavage and it stays in line with that. And keeping the shoulders down. Hillary, sit forward a little bit if you can. Yes, that's going to be harder, but that's where it is. That's where we find our sit bones. Think your chest reaching upwards, everybody. You might as well smile. Could help you breathe a bit. That's it, breathing in to rotate. Breathing out to center. So as we know, this one is fantastic for giving us a waist, a lot of oblique work, and the functional movement of being able to just whip round, pick something up. Yeah. Good. Lovely. One more to each side. And then again, when you've done, relax, sit back, give everything a little shake. Because definitely one I've not done with you is the jackknife. So again, we're going to be on our shoulders, legs are going to go overhead, we're going to squeeze our bum to straighten the legs, and then we're going to roll the body down with straight legs, which might feel a little bit much. It depends on your back and how strong you're feeling. So if you don't want to do that, just lie down and do some bum squeezes. because that's basically what we're going to be working. So full jackknife, legs up and overhead, either arms long, or you can hold yourself. So the legs go down, then you squeeze the bum to take your legs to the ceiling. And then in your next out breath, you're rolling the body down with legs to the ceiling, then extend away to help take them back up overhead. Squeeze the bum to take the legs to the ceiling, holding it there. Then you keep the legs straight up to the ceiling as you roll the body down until your tailbone hits. And then you can extend your legs away. That's it, Maud, yes. Rolling down. So those on the floor, really do your bum squeezes, 100%, hold for 10, and then relax. Lucy, that's lovely. Good. That's it, Caroline. Do 2 more if you can. So really squeeze the bum, get the feet to the ceiling, to the ceiling, to the ceiling before rolling down. Yes. Yes. Wonderful. And then when you finish your last one, relax, hug your knees in, or stop bum squeezing, whichever. And again, take a moment where we're not doing too badly. Oh, but blimey, got a lot to get through. So let's move on to the side kick. You'll be pleased to know, just roll over onto your side. This time it's on our forearm. I'll move this way so you can see. Underneath leg forward, hand behind your head. Think chest slightly angled forward, lifting the top leg, flex the foot, 2 kicks forward, squeeze the bum and a point backwards. So you're trying to keep your body stable. Again, a lot of work happening at the crease of the leg and the bottom. The underneath waist is drawing away from the mat and you're not sinking into the shoulders. So think oranges under armpit, shoulders away from the ears, both sides, definitely the underneath one. Trying to keep that underneath leg anchored. 2 more. And then give that top hip a little bit of love. Straight scoot over to the other side. So all our sideline series is modification from this one. So again, underneath leg forward, lifting the top leg to hip height, hand behind the head, and 2 kicks forward with a flexed foot. Squeeze the bum and a point to go backwards. So I'm having to really work by drawing my tummy button into the body to keep myself stable. I'm thinking getting the obliques, the intercostal muscles, the lats working. My deltoids are being put under a bit of strain around the shoulders. Everything's working. 2 more. That's it. Final one. Ah, lovely. Then again, give that top hip a little bit of a rub and go straight over onto your back because you moved on to the teaser. You'd think you would be giving up by now. Arms overhead. Arms to the ceiling, nodding the chin, lifting the legs, lifting the body into that boat shape and then lifting the arms to the ears and rolling down to start all over again. Breathing out to come up. Lifting, lifting, lifting. Arms to the ceiling. And then rolling down. And keep going. That's it, Ellie. Do some rollbacks. Good. So yes, if you don't want to do teaser, do half rollbacks or rollbacks. So you really don't want to pull your back at all on this. So if you feel it in your back, please do not do it. That's it, Caroline, lovely. Really think tummy into the body. It's that engagement through the abdominals, sucking everything in that helps lift both arm and both ends of the body. Good. Just do one more. Yes. Yes, more. Good. Lovely, Caroline. Wonderful. Then lie back. Hug your knees in, because it gets even worse, in my opinion. Oh, the hip twist. So arms really wide. That's the only way I can do it. You walk your feet in, and you can do this with bent legs. Straight legs turned out. You do double leg circle, basically keeping your body still and just working the legs. Breathing out and breathing out. So yeah, you can come onto your forearms and you can work with bent legs. Whichever version you're doing, thinking your heart lifting up through. So you're nice and proud. So definitely have both legs together, whatever version you're doing, and make it really tiny circles if you wish. Just do one more in each direction. It's hideous. I do hope you're feeling a bit sweaty like I am. Oh, let's run over onto our fronts then, because it's swimming next. So legs slightly separated, arms in front, and tonight either just lift one arm and one leg, or for the full swimming, squeeze the bum, lift the legs, hover the arms, crown of the head reaching away, and its opposite arm and legs tapping down straight as a die without moving the body from side to side. Simples. Ah, oh, lovely. That's it, fabulous. Keeping the legs straight. Whatever version you're doing, legs straight, long lengthening away, lifting and lowering. Good. And I'm just going to count you down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Just collapse forward. Then bend the knees, come onto your hands and knees, and we will do our front pull, leg pull front and leg pull. So why not in for penny, in for pound, stretch one foot back. If you want to just do the dog for this on your hands and knees, do that, or come into your plank. More, lower your bottom a little bit, just a smidge, yes. So either hold it there, otherwise it's 3 rocks forward and back, 2, 1, lifting one leg, 3, changing sides. So all the time we're keeping the body nice and straight. And then you go again one more time. So if you want to put yourself down in between, release the wrists. So imagine you're balancing that cup of tea or something on your pelvis. That's it. Good. Hilary, lift your head a little bit. That's it. Good. And then relax after you've finished. Or you can do. Wonderful. Good. I say relax, but we've finished the planky series or leg pull because we're running out of time with our upward facing one. So again, you can come down onto your forearms and just hold an upward facing plank. Make sure the crown of the head is reaching away, otherwise hands behind you, ideally facing forward. Squeeze the bum, just like we do on the bridge, and either hold it there or again, lift and lower one leg for 3, keeping the shoulders wide and relaxed and away from the ears, and then change sides. So again, the challenge is changing without sinking and hitching and pulling in the hips. And then relax, put yourself down, do a little wrist wriggle, and do one more for me if you're happy to. Otherwise, there'll be mutiny in the ranks. That's it, fantastic. That's it, Annie, just hold it there, that's good. Yes, wonderful. Whoa. Okay, relax, almost there. We've done our side kick, but his next one was side kick kneeling. So come to kneeling, arm out to the side, opposite leg stretches away and hand behind head. So we'll only do a couple, lifting the leg to hip height, flex the foot, 2 kicks forward and squeeze the bum back. That's it. One more. Ready to scoot over to the other side. So however you get into position, do something that works for you. A lot of bum squeezing. And again, one side might feel a lot easier than the other. That's it, lovely everyone. One more. And then down. So we're pretty much out of time, absolutely exhausted. Thinking we should finish with a bit of a laugh. So let's do, although the boomerang, as you know, is my favorite exercise, let's do the seal because we have to laugh. It's just rolling like a ball, but with the 3 claps. So hands in prayer position, walk your feet in towards your body, dive the hands through, hold on to the outside of your ankles. Find your balance point, make sure you can, not going to bang your head. 3 claps with the feet, rolling backwards, 3 claps with the feet, rolling forwards, balance, 3 claps with the feet. You have to laugh, keeping your chins nodded. Breathing out to roll forwards, 3 claps, keep it going. Rolling back, 1, 2, 3, rolling forward, 1, 2, 3. And again, one more. Wonderful. Lovely. Then feet down, come to standing, because we will finish, I've decided, with the Pilates push-up, which was the last exercise. But if you don't want to do a push-up, just do the rolling down. So a nice stretch up to the ceiling. Sorry, you can't see my head. There's nothing to see. Then nod the chin, think coming up and over a beach ball. You can keep your legs soft and knees bent if you wish. Come to find the floor. Walk your hands forward through downward dog into your nice plank, so your nice long back, and then simply bend the elbows, tummy button to spine, restack, hinge backwards and walk your hands back towards your toes, again softening the knees if you wish, rolling up, head last, coming to standing. Fabulous. One more of those, or just do a roll down and a roll up. Reach for the ceiling, press away, nodding the head, drawing the tummy in, sliding the tailbone up the wall behind you, reaching for the floor, walking forward, coming into that plank position. Bend the elbows, press to come upright, and then just put your knees down if you're on the plank. And If you're standing, just stand. Give yourselves a clap because you've worked so hard. You have been amazing. I will stop the recording.